The following is a Big Sioux Media production. This webcast is brought to you by
Absolute Business Promotions, Grindy Seeds, KTP Repair, Landmark Realty and Auction, New Hope Chiropractic, Rosenpower, White Insurance, and now the voice of the Mustangs, Deron Ruesch.
Good afternoon, Mustang Nation. This is Big Sioux Media with Deron Ruesch on the call this afternoon. We are here in Crooks. A little bit of a chilly day, but no one's going to roast, but you're not going to freeze either. The Mustangs welcome in the Vermillion Tanagers. They made the trek north. Field's a little damp, but Activities Director Rob Grady got it all drug out, and looks like we have some great conditions, mostly cloudy. Got a little bit of a northwest wind coming in from left field over to first base. Tri-Valley comes in with a record of 6-1, and the Tanagers with a 1-3 record. Let's take a look at the Tanagers and how their last four games have looked. They finally came up with their first win over Sioux Falls Christian a couple of days ago, winning that 7-4. Back on April 17th, Tanagers lost to Del Rapids 17-2. On April 8th, they lost to Lennox 12-10 and lost to Elk Point Jefferson on March 31st 17-7. Let's take a look at the Mustangs. They came up with had their first loss here on Tuesday against a very good West Central team. Mustangs lost 5-13. April 17th, they defeated McCook Central Montrose 16-1. Defeated Baltic on April 11th, 20-0. April 10th, they defeated Flandreau 10-2. And on April 8th, they defeated Madison 18-2. Yesterday's game against Del Rapids has been postponed to May 23rd. So a little bit of rain there, but I know the rain was greatly appreciated. And the Trojans still are ranked number 1, and then the Tri-Valley Mustangs are currently ranked number 2 in the state. Warriors are 3rd. The Panthers and Bulldogs are tied for 4th. So that's how things are looking here today. Can talk a little bit about that West Central game. Izzy Davey ended the day with 2 hits with an RBI. Emery Jones also had 2 hits, including a double. Ava Christensen smacked a home run with a 2-run home run, getting 2 RBIs. Cadence Davey added a triple and an RBI. Emery Pearson had a double. Maddie Heavey had a single. Jones pitched 4 innings and allowed 8 runs, but just 2 earned on 9 hits and a walk with 3 strikeouts. Izzy Davey came in to finish out the game, pitched 3 innings and allowed 5 runs, 1 earned, 6 hits, and 1 strikeout. Today's umpires are Don Schumack and Ron Schmidt. And we are just about ready to have the coaches come out and have a chit-chat. Talk a little bit about these teams, or the Mustangs when they're up to bat. Last time these two teams met, back on April 19th of last year, Vermillion squeaked by Tri-Valley, winning that 7-6. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Should be a great day for some softball. Sun is trying to peek through these clouds, but not quite there yet. Tri-Valley's been having a spectacular season, only having one loss. Got conference tournament coming up on Monday, I believe. Talked to the Mustang coaches today. They are coached by Sammy Van Esselt, Sam Williams, and Shelly Grindy. They sure been proud of these young ladies. Kind of the energy that they have brought and the teamwork, working together. Tanagers are coached by Ruesch Budmayer, and assistant coach is Kaylee Olson. We'll wait for player introductions here as soon as the coaches are done talking. Tri-Valley boys baseball team, if the weather holds out, it's going to be playing a home game at 5:30 Sunday evening up in Colton. Big Sioux Media will be there to stream that game. Knock on wood that the weather holds off well. They're talking some rain on Sunday and Monday. Don't have to worry about dust flying around today off the field. There's plenty of moisture out there. Tri-Valley's been hitting the ball really well. I believe they're probably hitting around that 500 mark. So 50% of the time they're getting it on base. Tri-Valley known for their aggressive base running. Guessing they'll challenge the arm of the Tanagers catcher today. Beautiful Friday afternoon. Got some softball. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh, the Booster Club has put some flowers out around New Hope Park here. If you turn a flower into concession stands, get a special treat. When we get to player introductions, we will start with the Tanagers. Looks like everybody is back to their designated dugout. Tanagers today are in their black jerseys with red pants, and Tri-Valley is in their solid black uniform. Tanagers will be batting first. We are here at New Hope Park in Crooks. Oh, now we're starting to see a little bit of sun poking through. I think we may be waiting for one more ump to show. Looks like activities director Rob Grady's getting ready to do some play introductions. Again, the Vermillion Tanagers 1-3, and the Tri-Valley Mustangs 6-1.
Some people believe in convenient sportsmanship. In other words, to be a good sport only when it's to their advantage. The South Dakota High School Activities Association reminds you good sports are winners because they understand sportsmanship and educational athletics is a full-time job. Today's umpires are Don Schumack and Ron Smith. The athletic trainer for today, provided by the Orthopedic Institute, is Ben Gannon.
Ben Gannon is the athletic trainer. So here's the starting lineup for the Vermillion Tanagers.
For Vermillion,
Batting third base, number 2, a senior, Kristen Mosier. Batting second, playing second base, number 12, Dylan Wagner. She's a 7th grader. Batting third, playing shortstop, a senior, Madigan Wallen. Batting cleanup and pitching today, a senior, Maya Helverson. Batting fifth, playing left field, an 8th grader, Quinn Christensen. Batting sixth and playing right field, a senior, Reagan Lee. Batting seventh and at catcher, Madeline Eisenbeiser. She is a junior. And batting eighth as a designated hitter, a senior, Emily Reiser. Batting ninth, playing first base, a sophomore, Jenna Peterson. And Izzy Richardson is the flex, and she is a freshman. Now jumping over to Tri-Valley. Batting at the 1 spot, shortstop, a sophomore, Cadence Davey. Batting second at catcher, a sophomore, Sienna Helverson. Batting third and pitching, a sophomore, Emery Jones. Batting fourth at first base, a senior, Emery Pearson. Batting fifth and playing second base, a senior, Izzy Davey. Batting sixth, playing third base, a junior, Haley Sorensen. Batting seventh at center field, a junior, Ava Christensen. Batting eighth at left field, a junior, Maddie Heavey. Batting ninth, and as a designated hitter, a senior, Reagan Pearson. And at flex and playing right field is a freshman, Bella Wentmore Ocampo. So we're going to stand up for the national anthem. Let's play some softball. Again, Tri-Valley All righty. Sun is starting to peek out here at New Hope Park in Crooks. Again, Tri-Valley in the field right now, wearing their all-black uniforms. Playing first base is Emery Pearson. At second base is Izzy Davey. Playing shortstop is Cadence Davey. And at third base is Haley Sorensen. Emery Jones is pitching, and Sienna Helverson is catching. In left field, we got Maddie Heavey. At center field, Ava Christensen. In right field, we got Bella Wentmore Ocampo. This is the first three batters here for Vermillion, for the Tanagers. Batting first will be Kristen Mosier, playing third base. Then Dylan Wagner playing second base. And the third batter on the afternoon for the Tanagers will be Madigan Wallen playing shortstop. And here we go. Some softball here at New Hope Park. Beautiful afternoon. Little bit of a breeze. I'm going to guess about 10 miles an hour coming out of the northwest. So kind of going from left field over to first base. And Mosier steps up to the plate, and Jones is getting ready to wind up. Hit over to Izzy to first base for the first out. One pitch, one out. Now batting is Dylan Wagner, playing second base today. She's a lefty. Tri-Valley's infield playing way in. First pitch is in there for a swinging strike. Another swinging strike. 0-2 is the count. We are in the first inning. One down. Nobody on. And there's a rise pitch and a strikeout for Jones. First one on the afternoon. Now batting, the shortstop for the Tanagers is Madigan Wallen. Two outs, nobody on for the Tanagers. There's a wrap into left field and back, and that one is over the fence for a home run. That pitch, Wallen sent flying over the left field fence. And the Tanagers go up 1-0. Now batting for the Tanagers at pitcher, Maya Helverson. First pitch in there for a ball. Tanagers had two outs and just put a run in. That one's low. 2-0 is the count. Halverson's going to take that one for a looking strike. 2-1. First out came from Mosier. Second one came with a strikeout from Jones. There's a little dribbler down to first base. And Pearson's going to run back over and touch first base. Nobody left on, but one run in for the Tanagers after the top of the first. Stay with us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network.
Looking for a way to make your business or organization stand out? Look no further than Absolute Business Promotions. We specialize in creating custom items for fundraising events, booster clubs, weddings, baby and bridal showers, anniversaries, birthday parties, sports teams apparel and uniforms, spirit wear, parades, banquets, awareness events, and so much more. Visit AbsoluteBusinessPromotions.com or call us at 605-204-5255 and let us help you bring your business to life.
All right, we are coming up on the bottom of the first inning. Tri-Valley's turn to bat. We'll go through the Tanagers players again. Playing first base is Jenna Peterson. Second base is Dylan Wagner. Third base is Kristen Mosier. At pitcher is Maya Halverson. Catching is Eisenbeis. Right field, I lost my page here. Right field is Reagan Lee. Left field is Quinn Christensen. And the first three batters for Tri-Valley is going to be at shortstop, a sophomore, Cadence Davey. Batting number 2 at catcher, Sienna Helverson. And batting third at pitcher is Emery Jones. So Tri-Valley's turn to come up to the bat. First one's in there for a strike on Davey. That one's high. Ball 1, 1-1. Davey's going to wrap that one over to shortstop. Plays at first base. Thrown high. And we got a throwing error, and Davey's going to just take a jog over to second base, and Tri-Valley, just like that, has a runner in scoring position. Sienna Helverson batting for Tri-Valley. Wallen had that high throw, throwing error on her. Helverson, a lefty. That one catches the outside corner, and Davey's got a steal base. Tanagers didn't even attempt to throw her out. Count is 0-2 on Helverson, but Davey now is on third base. That one's in there for ball 1, 1-2. And there's a little blooper right over shortstop by Halverson with a little bit of a slap hit, and she's going to pick up an RBI and brings Davey in for the Mustangs' first run of the afternoon. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Emery Jones. First one's in there for a ball. Ball 2, 2-0. Helverson with a nice little looper over shortstop is on first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. That one's in there for strike 1, 2-1. Swinging strike. Helverson's going to try to steal second base. And she is in safely underneath the tag. Nice aggressive base running there by the Mustangs. 2-2 is the count for Jones. She's got a job to protect the plate now. There's a wrap into center field, and that one is over the fence, and Jones picks up a 2-run home run, and the Mustangs put some more points on the board. Tri-Valley up 3-1 with no outs here in the first. Jones with a 2-2 count, protecting the plate. Helverson let it right up over the middle, and Jones made her pay for that. Nice job by Tri-Valley getting some runs on the board right away here in the first. Now batting for Tri-Valley, the fourth batter at first base is Emery Pearson. She's going to take that first one in there for a swinging strike. Jones just cleared the bases, so nobody on for Tri-Valley. Inside 1-1. Booster Club's got some flowers hit around the park here. You can bring it up to the concession stands, get a free treat. 1-2. And there's the first strikeout and the first out. Emery Pearson goes down swinging. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Izzy Davey. She had a nice game against the Trojans the other night. She's got to get a hit right over the shortstop. She gets into first base, rounds the base, and walks gently back to first base. Now batting for Tri-Valley is third baseman Haley Sorensen. Only one out here for Tri-Valley. Izzy on first base. Sorensen with her first bat of the afternoon. She's got to take that one in there for a strike. Sorensen takes a ball, 1-1. One out, one runner on. Sorensen's got to foul that one back. One and two, the count on Sorensen. Mustangs in the bottom of the first. Gave up one run. But now they put a three spot on the board so far, looking to add some more. Sorensen's going to foul that one back. Keeps it alive. A little bit of a hold up. We need some balls back in play. Sorensen's going to dribble that down the third baseline, goes foul. Izzy Davey had a great jump off of first base. Count is still 1-2. That one's got to be popped up out of play. Coach Williams over at first base as the running coach. Coach Van Essel at third base. 1-2 continues to be the count. There's a high ball, 2-2. Good eye there by Sorensen, having patience. She knows she's got to protect the plate, but didn't fall for that riser coming in. Sorensen gets a hold of that one. It's a pop-up into left field, or over to shortstop. Davey comes back, overthrow, and Davey's going to walk into second base. That one was high. Ava Christensen batting for Tri-Valley. That one fouled back. 2 outs. Izzy Davey over on second base. Count is 0-1 on Christensen. Christensen had a 2-shot home run the other night. She's going to foul that one back. It's not going to hit me, so that's good. Owen 2's the count. And there's a swinging miss by Christensen for out number 3. So Tri-Valley puts 3 on the board. Mustangs up 3-1. We'll get set for the start of the top of the second inning. Stay with us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network.
If you have insurance needs, contact Lisa Johnson, president of White Insurance. They have all of your insurance needs from farm, home, auto, business, crop, life, and health insurance. White Insurance is located at 409 Northwest Avenue in Crooks. For all of your insurance needs, contact Lisa Johnson of White Insurance, 605-543-5722, or stop in at 409 Northwest Avenue in Crooks.
All righty, back to the action here at New Hope Park. Tri-Valley up 3-1. Now batting for the Tanagers is Quinn Christensen. That one is fouled way back over the top of the Vermillion dugout. Second pitch coming in there. There's a hit into right field. Just off the top of Ocampo's glove. And here's the play at third base. And she gets a triple off of that. That ball hit hard and just off the top tip of Ocampo's glove. Pitch gets away. Helverson able to scoop it up. No attempt at home plate. That one's in there for a strike. Reagan Lee is the one batting for the Tanagers. That one catches the outside. There's a throw down to third base. Got her! Great throw there by Helverson to pick off Christensen, who had just gotten a triple. Great defense here by the Mustangs. And that's the first out. Count is 1-2 on Lee. 2-2. No, Tri-Valley rotates through Cadence Davey and Helverson and Sorensen at catcher. All three have amazing arms. And there's a strike three. 2 outs now. Nobody on. And Eisenbeis is batting for the Tanagers. First one's in there for ball one. Tanagers moving around. Back to their side. All right, back to the action here at Tri-Valley, the home team. Two balls thrown here by Jones. Good patience by Eisenbeis. 2 outs, nobody on. There's a strike. 2-1. Went from cloudy to partly cloudy. Got some sun here. Looks like the field's starting to dry out as Eisenbeis goes to 3-1. And there's the first walk of the afternoon for Jones. Now batting for the Tanagers is Emily Reiser. Got like a pinch runner coming in for Eisenbeis. And it looks like they're going to bring in Emily Emerson. She is an 8th grader. 2 outs and 1 on for the Tanagers. Reiser batting. Jones gets that one in there for a strike. That one just catches that bottom edge for strike 2, 0-2. And that catches the outside edge for strike 3. Tanagers leave one stranded, score no runs. Stay with us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network.
New Hope Chiropractic has been serving the Tri-Valley School District and surrounding areas for the last 17 years. We've been a longtime supporter of Tri-Valley fine arts and athletics. If you have a need for chiropractic care, or maybe even a condition or symptom that isn't necessarily back or muscle related, give us a try. Over 3,000 patients already have. We're located in Crooks. We're open Monday through Friday, with evening appointments available on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Give us a call at 543-5700. Enjoy the game, and let's continue to support our Mustangs.
All right, coming to the bottom of the second inning. Jones gave up a walk, but struck out the next batter. Now batting for Tri-Valley's Maddie Heavey. Maddie's playing left field today. Evie takes that first one in there for a ball. Swinging strike, 1-1. Nice pitch, good swing. Evie unable to connect, goes down in the count, 1-2. He's first batter, so no runners on. That one's in there for a ball, 2-2. JV will be playing some ball next. Full count, 3-2. And she's going to take that with a looking strike, and Heavey goes back to the bench with a punch out. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Reagan Pearson. She's the designated player for the Mustangs. Inside, ball one. One out. That's in there for a looking strike, 1-1. Reagan's going to swing and misses. 1-2, one out. No runners on the base. Pearson's going to get that, pops it really high, and streaming back and catching it. Great play there, and nice catch by Wallen. That's 2 outs for the Mustangs, and we're Tri-Valley is back up to the top of their batting order with Cadence Davey. She got the second base on a throwing error by the Tanagers. She's got to take that one in there for ball one. Cadence is going to deliver a shot, and Wallen scoops up a line drive shot to end the inning. Tri-Valley gets no hits, leaves no one on, and we are still at 3-1 score. We'll step away, hear another word from our sponsors, and get ready for the top of 3. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media this afternoon.
To see how Wyffels hybrids can increase corn yields on your farm, contact Carter or Mike at Grindy Seeds at 605-254-7447. Wyffels hybrids, more than a number.
I'm still working on the JV team to come and talk to me, but I'll keep working on them, folks. I'll see if I can get them to come and talk. All right, we are back to the action here. Now batting for the Tanagers is Jenna Peterson. First one's in there for a swinging strike. Tri-Valley with a 3-1 lead here. Tanagers up to bat, starting off the third inning. One and one. Two and one. Two and two. Nice job there by Jones. Count is evened up at 2-2. There's a hit and over to the right field line. It's going to drop foul. Campbell picks it up and throws it back in. That one comes in low, hits in front of the plate, 3-2. That one's fouled, hits the backstop. Count still remains at 3-2. Jones delivers that one for a ball, and there's another walk. Back to the start at top of the lineup with Mosier batting. She grounded out her first time up. It's like Tanagers are making a little bit of maybe a lineup changeup. Tanagers had excuse me. Tanagers got one runner on. Jones walked the first batter. Peterson ends up on first base. Mosier grounded out her first time up. That one is fouled. Looks like Helverson kind of took it off. Got hit off of that foul tip. Ben's out there checking on Helverson. Looks like she's okay. All right, back to it. 0-1 is the count on Mosier. That one's in there for a ball. 1-1. There's a shot right back to Jones over to first base. And Mosier will move Peterson over to second base. Now batting for the Tanagers is Wagner. Wagner struck out swinging here in her first time at bat. There's a check swing, but in there for a ball. Mustangs challenged that check swing. That one's fouled back. One and one's the count. That one catches the outside edge of the plate for strike two. 1-2. One runner on second base, one out. Jones would love to see a strikeout here. That one's fouled, hits the backstop. Good job there by Wagner protecting the plate. Jones trying to put Wagner back on the bench with this pitch. That one is slapped into down the left field line, just goes foul. Heavey was running in for it. Still 1-2 is the count. Ball 2. Jones winds up. Way outside, ball gets away on Helverson, and that's going to move their runner from second base over to third base. 1 out, full count, 3-2. After Jones was ahead of the count, 1-2. And that one's in there for a looking strikeout. Second strikeout there for Wagner. Madigan Wallen now batting. She homered on her first time up today. Low for ball 1. Two outs, one runner on third base. That one's going to be hit over to right field. Ocampo goes back over her head. In comes a run. And Madigan ends up on third base with a triple, a home run and a triple for her this afternoon. Wallen, man, having a spectacular day for the Tanagers. Now batting is Maya Helverson. First one's in there for a strike. That one's in there for a looking strike. 0-2. Jones goes ahead real fast on Helverson. Helverson batting and Helverson catching. And there's another strikeout for Jones. That'll do it for the Tanagers, but they put one on the board. Stay with us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network, where the Mustangs are up 3-2.
New Hope Chiropractic has been serving the Tri-Valley School District and surrounding areas for the last 17 years. We've been a longtime supporter of Tri-Valley fine arts and athletics. If you have a need for chiropractic care, or maybe even a condition or symptom that isn't necessarily back or muscle related, give us a try. Over 3,000 patients already have. We're located in Crooks. We're open Monday through Friday, with evening appointments available on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Give us a call at 543-5700. Enjoy the game, and let's continue to support our Mustangs.
All right, we're back at it here at New Hope Park. So we move into the bottom of the third. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Helverson. Sienna had a base hit her first time up. That one's in there for a strike. She wants to kind of give a shout out to her big sister who kind of pushed her, or the funniest thing that happened during a game is her big sister pushed her over when we played against each other and everyone thought it was a random person. I'm sure that was quite entertaining. Oh, nice catch there by Helverson on the pitching mound. And Helverson's got to fly out. Now batting for Tri-Valley. Her last time up, got a home run, is Emery Jones. Funniest thing that happened to her during a game is falling before the ball even got to her glove. That one's going to be fouled back over the Mustang dugout. 1-1's the count. One of the funniest things that happened during the game is falling before the ball even got to her glove, but she still caught it. Appreciate these young ladies sharing a few little fun facts. That one's in there for ball 2. 2-1, 1 out. Bottom of the third inning, Tri-Valley still up by 1 run, 3-2. Jones is going to take a swinging strike. Even things out with a 2-2 count. Appreciate Mustang Nation tuning in this afternoon for some Mustang softball. We're going to have some baseball Sunday evening. Tri-Valley's going to be taking on Rapid City Christian at 5:30 if it's not raining up in Colton. We'll be streaming that game too. Jones hits the third base. Mosher's going to try to throw it over to first, but Jones is already there. So Jones with a hit. 1 out. Emery Pearson coming up. She struck out her first time up this afternoon. That one's in there for a ball. Jones with the steal into second base. Again, Tri-Valley, very aggressive base running, and Jones in there safely. Wasn't even remotely close. That one goes foul down the third baseline. 1-1, 1 out, 1 runner on second base. There's ball. That pitch gets away, and Jones walks into third base. Pearson steps away, gets back in there, digs in with a 2-1 count. Feel good things coming right here, and she wraps one into left field for a base hit. Man, she drove that one hard into left field. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Izzy Davey. Izzy Davey had a hit her first time up. That one's going to be fouled out of play. That one dropped out of play behind the fence between home plate and the Tanagers dugout. 0-1 is the count. 1 out, 1 runner on. That one's high, ball 1. Tri-Valley now up 4-2. That one's high for ball 2. 2-1 is the count here on Izzy. 3-1. Izzy doing a great job holding off on those risers. That was 3 rise balls thrown in a row there by Halverson. And that's first walk of the afternoon for Halverson. And Tri-Valley has 2 runners on as Sorensen comes up. Sorensen popped out her first time up this afternoon. Tanagers are going to talk things over. We can probably hear from one of our sponsors real quick. KTP Repair, specializing in ATV, UTV, and snowmobiles. KTP Repair is your local one-stop shop for all your service and repair needs as we come back to the action. Guess I wasn't quick enough, but Tri-Valley up over Vermillion 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sorensen batting for the Mustangs. Got to take that one for a ball. Izzy Davey, she got a walk, is on first base, and Emery Pearson is over at second base as she got a nice base hit into left field. 1 out. There's a hit underneath the shortstop's glove. Here comes Pearson all the way from second base. She is in safe, and Sorensen gets a big hit and an RBI. Tri-Valley now with runners in the corners. Ava Christensen batting for Tri-Valley. She struck out, and Sorensen's got to walk into second base with a stolen base. So now Tri-Valley has runners at second and third, only 1 out. Christensen's got to foul that one back. Eisenbeis goes down off that foul tip. So we'll step away here real quick. All right, now we can probably hear from KTP Repair, specializing in ATV, UTV, and snowmobiles. KTP Repair is your local one-stop shop for all your service and repair needs. From oil changes to complete engine overhauls, no job is too big or too small. Looking to accessorize your unit? KTP Repair offers thousands of parts and accessories for you to choose from with professional installation. We are conveniently located between Del Rapids and Colton and offer pickup and delivery as well. Call KTP Repair at 605-929-6673 to schedule your appointment today. Appreciate all of our sponsors bringing you Mustang athletics, as well as some of the fine arts with chorus and band concerts. Looks like Eisenbeis is going to be okay. She'll remain out there as catcher. Christensen still batting here for the Mustangs with a 1-1 count. 1 out and 2 runners on. Mustangs have runners on second and third base. Sorensen's over on second base, and Davey is over on third. All right, looks like Eisenbeis is ready to go again. Christensen had a foul tip, went off Eisenbeis' throwing arm. 1-1 is the count, and Halverson delivers. Christensen fouls that one back. Ooh, just about hit a vehicle on the back side of the concession stand here at New Hope Park. Mustangs, every one of these young ladies has the potential to put it over the fence. And Christensen's going to take a looking strike 3 as she heads back to the dugout. Now batting for the Mustangs is Heavey. Maddie Heavey struck out looking her last time out. First one's in there for strike one. 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Mustangs. That's a swing and a miss by Heavey. Down 0-2. Helverson pitching right at her. That pitch gets away, play at home base, and Izzy Davey comes in. Here's another play at the home plate. That one is safe by Sorensen with some aggressive running, and on a wild pitch, the Mustangs put 2 more on the board. Bases are cleared off for Heavey, down with an 0-2 count. Or 1-2 count, I apologize. Nice aggressive base running. We talked about that before the game. That Tri-Valley is known for that. Now up 7-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 outs. And there's a drop 3rd strike, but thrown out at first base is Heavey, and that'll do it here for the 3rd inning. Get ready for the 4th. We'll step away here. Word from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back. Tri-Valley up over the Vermillion Tanagers 7-2.
Ready to buy or sell your next home? We are here to help. From bare land to homes to farms, we sell it all. Start to finish, we will be next to you the entire way to help you achieve your real estate dreams. We know this area well because we live and work here. We are your neighbors. With over 60 years of combined real estate experience, we are your trusted local real estate professional. Landmark Realty and Auction. When you're ready to make your next move, call us first.
All right, Big Sioux Media at New Hope Park this afternoon. Mustangs up 7-2 over the Tanagers as we hit the top of the 4th inning. That one's in there for a ball. Quinn Christensen batting for the Tanagers. She had a triple her first at-bat this afternoon. Takes that one for her first strike, 1-1. That one's in there for ball 2, 2-1. Jones steps off the mound. Regains her composure, gets the call from Helverson. And there is a foul ball out of play over off the right field line. It's kind of where she hit last time. Campo on her toes out there because Christensen had a triple. That one is high, hits the backstop. 3-2, full count here for Christensen. Jones settles down, gets the pitch. And there is a walk. So the Tanagers get their first batter on base with a walk. Now batting is Reagan Lee for the Tanagers. Got a ball tossed in. Top of the 4th inning, no outs, 1 runner on. Halverson thought about throwing down to first base, keeping Christensen honest. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1, no outs. That one's in there for strike 2. 1-2. Lee struck out swinging her first at bat. And she's got to foul that out of play right over the top of the Mustang dugout. My cameraman for basketball, Leighton Geeky, running over there to shag that. And there's another swinging strikeout for Jones as Lee heads back to the dugout. 1 out, 1 on. Eisenbei's now batting for the Tanagers. She walked her first at bat. Tries to lay down a bunt. That pitch gets away on Halverson. Advances the runner. Now Peterson is over on second base with 1 out. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on. Tanagers still trailing 2-7. There's a shot over to Pearson. She scoops it up over to first base, but that does advance the runner over to third. Now batting for the Tanagers is Emily Reiser. First one's in there for a strike. 2 outs, 1 runner on third base. Count is 0-2. That one's fouled off, 0-2. Jones would love to finish the Tanagers off right here with this pitch with another strikeout. That one's fouled. That one's in there for ball 1, 1-2. Jones keeping Reiser honest right off the plate. That one's fouled back, hits the backstop. Halverson will pick it up, toss it back out to Jones. Tri-Valley's infield playing way up, and there's a strikeout over to first base, and that'll do it. Tanagers leave one stranded and score no runs. Stay with us as the Mustangs are up 7-2. We'll get reset here going into the bottom of the 4th. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media for some Tri-Valley softball this afternoon.
True Weight Solutions, offered exclusively at New Hope Chiropractic in Crooks. A weight loss program that is simple and sustainable because you're not eating prepackaged foods or taking additional medications. There's no exercise required, and it is certainly not a starvation diet. Since we've launched the program, we've helped people lose a considerable amount of weight, which has led to some pretty happy and healthy patients. To learn more, it's really simple. Just go to our website or give us a call. This might just be the program for you.
All right, hitting the bottom of the 4th inning. Tanagers left one stranded. So the scoring for the Tanagers, they put 1 on the board in the first, no runs in the second, added 1 more run in the third, and no runs in the fourth. Reagan Pearson batting for Tri-Valley. First one's in there for ball 1. Pearson popped out her first time at bat this afternoon. That one's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. Pearson batting ninth for Tri-Valley today. She takes ball 3. Reagan fouls that one right in front of the Tanager dugout. Full count here for Pearson. 3-2, no outs. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tri-Valley up 7-2 over Vermillion. Great afternoon, Friday afternoon for some softball. That one is inside for a walk. Back to the top of the order, Cadence Davey batting for Tri-Valley. She lined out over at the shortstop her first time up. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner coming out here for Pearson. Ocampo is going to run out there, and she'll be the base runner. That one is in the dirt. Nice job by Eisenbeis to keep that in front of her. That one's high. 2-0 is the count here on Cadence Davey. That one's low for ball 3. Sure, Cadence is being told to hold off unless it's kind of right down the middle of the plate. Helverson down in the count, 3-0. And that one's low for another walk. Tri-Valley's got 2 runners on. Now batting for the Mustangs is Halverson. Halverson flew out her last time up. Pitch gets away. Runners advance for the Mustangs. Ocampo on third base. Cadence Davey over on second. Mustangs threatening to put some more runs on the board. There's a big wrap, but it goes foul down the left field line for Halverson. Great swing there by Halverson. She drove that one about 15 feet out of play. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media this afternoon. Halverson has got to drop that one just a couple of, 3 feet in off the left field line. Halverson getting a good read on Halverson. Maya Halverson's pitching. Sienna Halverson batting. I have no idea if they're related. There's a drive into left field. Drops that one in. Oh, it gets by the left fielder. In comes 2 runs. And Halverson is going to end up over on second base. 2 RBIs for Sienna. Looks like we may have a pitching change here for the Tanagers. We'll keep it here real quick. Mustangs now up 9-2. Sienna Halverson just had taken two beautiful shots that went foul down the left field line. Looks like Dylan Wagner's going to be now pitching for the Tanagers. Well, she's warming up. We'll hear from one of our sponsors. Let's hear from the Minnehaha Conservation District. They're your local source for all your conservation needs, including conservation planning, pollinator and wildlife habitat establishment, native grass seeding, shelter belt rehabilitation, tree plantings, application assistance for NRCS programs, and more. Go to minnehahacd.org for more information. I know they are also selling a bunch of their pollinator seeds. If you're looking to start a little pollinator plot in your backyard, check out the Minnehaha Conservation District. They got some nice native forbs, which are wildflowers, to plant. All right, back to the action here. Tanagers just brought in a new pitcher. Got Wagner shifting over to pitcher. Emery Jones batting for Tri-Valley. She's had a home run and a hit this afternoon. No outs. Halverson is over there on second base. 2-0 here on Jones. Sorry about that. 3-0. That one's in there for a ball, and there's a 4-pitch walk for Jones. Emery Pearson now coming up to bat for Tri-Valley. Pearson had a hit her last time up. She kind of crushed that one into left field. Got to take that one in there for a strike. 1-1. Tri-Valley with no outs, 2 runners on. Jones over on first base. Halverson over on second base. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's high for ball 3. 3-1. That one's in there for a strike. Full count, 3-2. And Pearson goes down swinging. Now batting for the Mustangs is Izzy Davey. Izzy has a hit and a walk this afternoon. Takes that first one in there for a ball. That one's ball 2. 1 out, 2 runners on. Bottom of the 4th. Tanagers had a pitching change. Wagner is now in there pitching. one's high. Ball 2. Davey ahead of the count. Oh, with the 3-0 count. Sorry. I believe I just said 2-0. That one catches the outside edge for strike 1, 3-1. And bases are loaded as Izzy takes a walk. 2 walks in a row for her. Good eye. Sorensen stepping up to the plate for the Mustangs with 1 out and bases are loaded. Sorensen is juiced for this. That one's high, ball 1. Tri-Valley has an opportunity to do some damage here as Sorensen takes a strike. Sorensen's going to take that one. Strike 2, 1-2. Sorensen's going to dribble that. There's the play at home for an out. Sorensen dribbled that right down to third base. That'll be the second out as Halverson was forced out at home. Christensen batting for Tri-Valley. She had a 2-run home run against West Central. Home run right here. Would be a grand slam for her. That one's fouled back. Does go over the fence, just the wrong fence. That one's also fouled out of play. It's going to be close to the concession stand. 1-2 is the count for Christensen. Need a couple of more softballs here. Everything's been hit out of play. Mustangs up 9-2 over the Tanagers. Bottom of the 4th. Christensen batting with bases loaded with a 1-2 count, 2 outs. All right, now we have a ball here. All right, now we're back to the action. Christensen is down in the count, trying to fight things off. There's a ball. That one's high, 2-2. Nice job there by Eisenbeis, keeping that one down. Ball 3, 3-2, full count. If it's even remotely close, Christensen has to swing and protect the plate. Walk will score a run. And there is strike 3. Nice job there by Wagner to get out of the inning. Tri-Valley puts a couple of more runs on the board, now up 9-2. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network as we get set to go into the 5th inning.
True Weight Solutions, offered exclusively at New Hope Chiropractic in Crooks. A weight loss program that is simple and sustainable because you're not eating prepackaged foods or taking additional medications, there's no exercise required, and it is certainly not a starvation diet. Since we've launched the program, we've helped people lose a considerable amount of weight, which which has led to some pretty happy and healthy patients. To learn more, it's really simple.
All right, getting ready to head to the top of the fifth. Tri-Valley just left 3 runners stranded with a Christensen strikeout. Mustangs still up 9-2, top of the fifth. New pitcher. Looks like Cadence Davies going to be pitching for Tri-Valley. Checking in at catchers, Haley Sorensen. Emery Jones is going to shift over to third. Looks like Izzy Davies shifted over to shortstop. Got a strong breeze coming in out of right center field, right into home plate. Looks like Keegan Kukta is over at second base. And I think that's Danica Fluth over in right field. So, top of the fifth, Tri-Valley is making a pitching change. Up 9-2. So Cadence kind of warming up a little bit, pitching during pregame warm-ups. Jenna Peterson batting for the Tanagers. Swing and a miss. Cadence pitching for the Mustangs. Mustangs with a 9-2 comfortable lead. Ball 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Davey goes ahead in the count over Peterson. Ball 2, 2-2. That one's high. 3-2 is the count. Cadence Davey, the new pitcher here for the Mustangs. And Peterson's going to take a walk. Now batting for the Tanagers is Kristen Mosier. Jenna Peterson on first base. She's got 2 walks on the afternoon. That one's in there for strike 1. Mosier was out on the fielder's choice. Mosier's going to dribble that one down to third base line. Jones bobbles it, and Mosier, I'm not sure if Jones could have had her. So Mosier advances the runner. 2 runners on for the Tanagers. Now batting for the Tanagers is Wagner. Wagner came in and pitched. Got out of a jam after she loaded the bases. That one's running bunt for a strike 1. That one's high, gets away. That one, Sorensen unable. She would have had to jump up quite high to keep that one. So runners advance here for the Tanagers. No outs. Runners on second and third now. Wagner struck out looking her last time up. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2, no outs. And there's the first strikeout of the afternoon for Cadence. Now batting is Wallen. And again, Wallen had a triple and a home run this afternoon. Ball one. Ball two. 1 out, 2 runners on. Runners at second and third base. That one's in there for strike two, 2-2. Full count, 3-2. Oh, 3-1. Sorry, 3-1. 1 out. And there is a walk, and bases are now loaded for the Tanagers here in the top of the 5th with only 1 out. Halverson coming up to the plate. Halverson struck out her last time up to the plate. Ball one. Tri-Valley's infield playing way up, trying to prevent a run. There's a wrap into right field, and that's going to drop in for a fair ball. 1 run scores. Here's a play at home. They got a little hot box going on. Play back to third, and that's an out. Nice job there by the Mustangs to get Mosier out at third base. 1 run comes in. Halverson got a hit into right field. Two outs. Now batting is Quinn Christensen. She's 1 for 1 today, had a triple, and then she also walked. Runners on first and second for the Tanagers, 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. Davey goes ahead in the count. Ball one, 1-2. And that one is chopped foul. Count still remains 1-2. 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Tanagers put 1 on the board. Mosier was thrown out at third base. Great job by Sorensen and Jones working in tandem to get that tag out. And that one drops in there for strike 3. And Cadence Davey gets out of that inning giving up 1 run. So, Tanagers leave 2 on the base. And the Mustangs are up 9-3. Stay with us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network.
Build life-saving fire trucks at Rosenbauer. Rosenbauer America has been building life-saving fire apparatus for over 40 years in the Sioux Falls area. On-the-job training is available for most positions, and we need dedicated, responsible individuals to help us on our mission of saving lives and protecting property. Every moment counts at Rosenbauer, and every member of our team is treated just as importantly. Be part of something that matters. Go to buildfiretrucks.com to apply today.
All right, we are back at it. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media this afternoon. Over here in Crooks at New Hope Park, playing on the Mustangs home turf. Matty Heavey batting for the Mustangs. Sounds like Reagan Pearson is going to be back in as the designated player, so she'll be batting next following Heavey. Heavey 0 for 2 in the afternoon with 2 strikeouts. That one's inside for ball 1. Wagner pitching for the Tanagers. That one drops in the dirt for ball 2. He tries to lay down the bunt, takes the first one for a strike, or takes that one for a strike. Wind is picking up, coming right out of center field into home plate right now. 3-1. Bottom of the 5th inning. Mustangs up 9-3 over the Tanagers. And Heavey's going to take a walk. Reagan Pearson now stepping up to the plate for Tri-Valley. Reagan had a walk her last at bat. There's a steal down to second base. Heavey slides in and stands right up. Nice slide by her with a stolen base. No outs. 1 runner on second base. That ball gets away. Heavey's going to advance to third base. Was just a little high for Eisenbeis to hang on to. And Pearson's going to take it off the foot. Not too gingerly with the run down to first, jog down to first base. And Cadence Davey batting for Tri-Valley. Cadence had to walk her last at bat. Tri-Valley back to the top of the order. That one is in there and bounces in for ball 1. Ball 2. Tri-Valley with runners on the corners. Heavey on third. Pearson on first base. Still no outs. That one's high. 3-0 is the count on Cadence. Cadence came in the 5th inning to start pitching for the Mustangs. Tri-Valley will be back in action on Monday. That one's high. Ball 4. Kukta stepping up to the plate for Tri-Valley. Keegan Kukta is a senior. This is her first at bat today. That one is foul. Keegan came in the 5th inning, went over to second base. Kukta right back to the pitcher, mishandled, and Tri-Valley is gonna score on an error by the Tanagers. Bases are still loaded, no outs. Emory Jones batting for the Mustangs. That one's in there for a ball, 2. That one's high, ball 3. No outs. Walk will score a run. Jones got to take a looking strike. She's okay with that. Still ahead in the count. 3-1. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases are loaded for the Mustangs. Jones with a swinging strike. Full count. Emory Jones pitched the first 4 innings for Tri-Valley. Did a spectacular job. Jones, dribbler to third base, plays at home. And Pearson's thrown out at home. Jones reaches on a fielder's choice. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Emory Pearson. 1 out, bases are loaded. Emory's going to take that one for ball 1. Lost power at the scoreboard. Activities director Rob Grady's on it. Hopefully he flips the right switch or he'll knock the power out for us. We can have a little fun with We're coming back. Rob flipped the wrong switch. So that knocked us out of power. Vermillion's got their streaming crew here too. As Pearson's going to take a walk and Tri-Valley scores another run. Now batting for Tri-Valley is Izzy Davey. Her last 2 times up has walked. Mustangs up 11-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Yep. And now we're back at it. Having scoreboard issues here at New Hope Park. All right. Hopefully things are going okay. That one's high. One and two here for Izzy Davey. 1 out, bases are loaded. Davey with the swing. He's got to foul that one out of play over the new bleachers here at New Hope Park, which is right over on the first baseline. Still 1-2. Davey's going to rip one right into the gap out in center field. 1 run in, 2 runs in, make it 3 runs in. And that should do it. Should be 14-3 is the score that I have. Yes, and that is a 10-run rule here by the Mustangs. Tri-Valley improves to 7-1. Tanagers are going to drop to 1-4. This is how the scoring went for Tri-Valley. Izzy Davey just got a big double with bases loaded and drove in 3 runs. She helped the Mustangs put a 5 spot up here in the 5th inning to give them 14 points. So after the first inning, Tri-Valley was up 3-1. After the second, it was 3-1. After the third, it was 7-2. Then it was 9-2, and now 14-3. Great outing here by the Mustangs. Again, improving to 7-1. They'll be playing again on Monday. I'll see what my schedule's like. Maybe I'll try to stream 1 or 2 of their games. We'll see how the weather's doing. Tanagers are going to drop to 1-4. JV's going to be playing next. We will not be streaming that game. So with that, Tri-Valley with the big win at home over one more time. Again, we are here at New Hope Park where Tri-Valley won over the Vermillion Tanagers 14-3. So with that, I'm wishing everybody a fun and blessed weekend. This is Deron Ruesch with Big Sioux Media, wishing everybody a good night.